Welcome to the premiere episode of It's Called Context, where we tackle the latest scoops in sports and pop culture. None of that bullshit, just 100% pure, uncut truth. We're here to serve it to you raw. I'm your boy Jay. Don't forget the dot Randall. No, do not call me Randall, just Jay. And yes, we are here. First episode. We're very excited, and we can't go any further without shouting out some very important people. I may be a Cali boy born and bred, but I've got to say shout out to everybody in Baltimore, Maryland, Tacoma, Columbia, South Carolina, Savannah, GA, and Atlanta, GA.
Hey, I'm Cara Delaporta. Out here from St. Louis. Got to say hi to everybody in St. Louis. Miss you guys.
Hello. I am Jessica at I Am Jessica Hearns, and this is your girl from Detroit. Got D-Girl here, but I also represent Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hey, this is Leslie Felice, or known as Felice, originally from Massachusetts, but also repping the 305 MIA. And I'm over here just repping the Massachusetts and Florida.
Okay.
What's up? It's your boy Logan Williams at Logs Williams on Instagram. Pleased to be here. I am representing Hollywood, California, born and raised, repping those Lakers. But shout out to New York and all my family over there and those Yankees. That's my squad forever. Yeah, so how you guys feeling? Everybody feeling good tonight?
Feeling great.
Hold on. They still make you born and raised in Hollywood?
There's one. There's one of us. Wow. Everybody else.
Only one.
Yeah. It's just me. Yeah.
Okay. I think you're right.
All right. Let's start this episode with what's really good in sports. Let's see what's good and let's reflect what's going on.
Man, how about Tiger Woods getting his swag back, baby, after what, 10 years?
Forever.
Well, man, because this has been rough, Tiger. It's been very rough.
It's been rough, but Tiger, I don't know if you guys saw today, he shot a 64, which was his lowest score ever for a final round at a major tournament in his career.
Wow.
The guy that beat him only beat him because he set like a record for like lowest strokes at the PGA Championship or something like that. Wow. So literally the one dude that beat Tiger basically set a record. So what it means is he's back in that championship top five range.
If he would have made that bogey, what would he have scored?
He would have been, I believe, like negative 13 or so, 13 under. So basically he would have been right there. Which, Tiger gets one stroke back on you. You never know how that affects the leader. He may mess up. Tiger has that effect on golfers.
All I know is I saw the highlights and I seen him do a fist pump.
It was bad.
He's back, baby. He's fist pumping.
Yeah, the gallery was back. People were screaming. Right. It was all that stuff was back. Even people have this thing where they're like, is Tiger back? And that's like a big subject in sports right now.
Right.
But Tiger, even if he's just a little bit getting more competitive, even if he's not all the way back, the we is back. We're watching. Yeah. I was at a bar earlier today. People were at the bar watching the PGA Championship. I'm like, that's crazy. That never used to happen. Right. So when Tiger's in it, we're all back in it.
Yeah, because he has to come back after where he left off.
Well,
I think he's doing good though.
I think
for a pickup, what? That's.
I mean, we can make a case that he probably hit rock bottom harder than any dominant athlete in our generation. I mean, you go from the top top to I'm sorry, I'm Tiger, and then just gone.
All I gotta say is happy wife, happy life.
Well,
I'm on a controversy. You be focused on the sport and
Jessica,
putting the ball in the right hole.
See, I think Tiger is a man. He plays a sport that involves 18 holes. I think he's the type of guy that needs to spread it around. I think look, when Tiger's on the prowl, I think he's a better golfer. That's all I'm saying. He hasn't had a serious girlfriend in a couple years.
Who had the quote that he said pimping back like 50 years with the voicemail? Hi, this is Tiger.
No.
I'm telling you, he was trying to be this goody two shoes. Look at me, I'm in a relationship guy, and I don't think that is conducive to his go attack on Sundays, close it out mentality.
He got caught up with how the media viewed him, pretty much, especially of all the players that was surrounding him in golf in general. So he's just very I gotta be all nice. Now he's gonna come in, I don't know, I feel like he's gonna come in and be like, what's good, let's get it done, and he's gonna just surprise a lot of people.
I mean, it's about time.
Well, I hope so.
Due time.
I think physically back. I think mentally he's back. I think he hasn't had a girlfriend in like 2 years. I think he's back in the club. I think he's doing his thing again.
So he's emotionally back.
You think he's going to the club?
He's back with the clubs and in the club.
Okay.
He's back is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, so what's up with Carmelo going to the Rockets? How y'all feel about that? Do we care? Really?
I mean, do the Rockets
it's
care?
There.
It's like, why are you going to add Carmelo to a team with James Harden? That sounds like the worst defense I have ever heard of in the history of life. So I don't know what that's going to do to the Warriors, but
I don't
okay.
even think it's going to last long.
He's getting bounced around a lot.
Carmelo's at that stage where
don't nobody really want him. His wife don't want him. Thunder don't want him. His wife really don't want him right now. She's good. I'm just saying. Kiki.
She's living her best life. Don't love him.
So you're Kiki. Okay.
I guess that answered that.
Okay, let's be honest. Carmelo, he's probably going to be a Hall of Fame player, all that great stuff. He's an excellent scorer. We get that. But at this stage in your career, if you can't move around, play a little D, help out in those small little things sort of areas of the game, especially if you're not the superstar player that you once were, that's going to be difficult. And he once again reiterated the whole I'm not coming off the bench thing. Well, that's silly. I'm Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, you were Carmelo Anthony. Now you're a guy, and he doesn't want to accept that. The last athlete, NBA player that had an issue with this was Allen Iverson. Same thing sort of happened. He didn't want to accept that he was a bench/role player now. He never adjusted his game, and he kind of was out of there very quickly, as great as he was. Similar thing is going to happen to Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo's light's dimming.
Carmelo, let's be honest.
He
He hasn't been the same since the Olympics. When he was a sixth man, he was shooting all the threes. He gave us a little. He teased us with a little hoodie, the hoodie Melo with all the little memes on it.
Yeah, he's not sending out the videos this summer.
He was MVP of the Drew League. You know what I mean? But let's face it. NBA.
He was all Instagram first team last summer, but that dropped off with quickness.
Okay.
Man. So check this out. For the preseason game on Thursday, everybody probably, I don't know if you guys heard about this. Kelvin Benjamin, wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills, a former Carolina Panther, used to be one of Cam's road dogs, made some very suspect comments. He basically blamed his poor stats on the fact that he didn't play with an accurate quarterback. And then he's had the audacity to start naming names. He named if he would have played
fingers.
Oh, he was pointing fingers. He said if he would have played with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
Drew Brees.
So he said that his game is affected by who he's playing with.
Ben
you can be at the top of your game on your own.
He said he needs to play with a quarterback that has knowledge, that knows how to place a ball in the proper place. He said he should have never been drafted by Carolina in the first place.
But he accepted it.
Right.
He took that check, didn't he? He cashed it.
Yeah.
Adapt and make it happen. Why are you complaining?
So, fast forward to Thursday. Mind you, he makes these comments a week before he has to see his former teammates in a preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. And to backtrack, his head coach and his general manager both were in Carolina when he was drafted there. So they reprimanded him. They told him, we don't do it that way. We're not going to criticize other teams. We're not going to talk about other teams. We're just going to worry about ourselves. So Cam, he didn't really have a response. He said he's not going to go back and forth with him. He's just going to work. A lot of his teammates, like Greg Olsen, they went and defended him on his behalf, and his coach defended him. So fast forward to this past Thursday night preseason game. Cam sees him across the field during the pregame warm-ups. Kelvin Benjamin is having a conversation with Thomas Davis, who's like the Mr. Panther, been there 15 seasons, only player in NFL history to play with 3 ACL injuries. He's talking to Thomas Davis. Cam walks over, kind of leans on him a little bit, whispers something in his ear, basically, I heard what you said, but what's up though? You know what I'm saying? And so he's talking to him, tries to dap him up. Kelvin Benjamin leaves him hanging. So immediately After that, Cam knows, okay, this is not going how I envision it in my head. And so, he gives Tom and Davis a little tap. And me and him need to have a conversation. And so now when you see the video, you see Cam talk. It's like a couple having a argument. And when one person doesn't want to hear it, like Kelvin Benjamin's the wife and Cam's trying to explain himself. And the wife is just walking off and back and forth. So it's just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So after about a minute of that back and forth, Cam just gave up and was just basically, okay, whatever. So my thing is, and I've been going on record of, since the Super Bowl, I've, criticized Cam a little bit for some of the decisions he's made, some of his very suspect wardrobe decisions with the hat and the eccentric shirts, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about how he handled this situation.
Made here in LA. Those hats are from LA. Okay, so you can't even put that on like being from the country. Those hats are from LA.
I do love his cars because he shares my love for vintage cars.
Oh, that's cool.
His cars,
that's all good. I just ain't wearing the short shorts.
Amazing. Yeah, but the shirts and the hats, man.
On 6'5", 260 pound dudes.
Yeah, I'm just saying the Dr.
weight limit on short shorts.
The Dr. Seuss cat and the hats got to go. They got to go. But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about this particular situation. And I want to say I commend Cam on he handled that situation because he handled it how I would have handled it. If someone is mouthing off to me on whether it's social media or if it's regular media or if I hear it hearsay to a third party and I see that person, I'm going directly. We're going to handle it the old-fashioned way. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. He didn't come over there to fight. He just came over there to talk like a grown man. And for Kelvin Benjamin to be popping off at the mouth through the media, like you're not going to have to see it. You're going to see this guy eventually, and you're going to see him the very next week.
You think he was trying to rile them up a little bit?
I don't know.
Trying to get in their head?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think he made a comment that he was upset about the fact that he felt the team didn't support. His mother died. And so he said his words were he didn't get an opportunity to grieve properly. They forced him back into action. So he said he was salty. He's in his feelings.
So he's taking his anger out?
Yeah, I understand. But I just don't think that's the way to go about it.
No, you can't. You can't take your anger out that way.
Exactly.
I've never been a fan of a player criticizing his former team after he leaves.
The thing about Kelvin Benjamin in relation to the Panthers is he has two major, what I like to call shut the heck up points. One being you showed up 280 pounds a few training camps.
280.
You're a wide receiver. You showed up 280 pounds. 280? You want to talk about the quarterback.
Like a defensive end.
Chiseled, works out all the time.
He's a real wide receiver.
You showed up looking like a refrigerator. And the one guy who had your back was Cam Newton. Said, let's give him a chance to get in shape, play himself into playing shape. And that's the guy you turn your back on. Wow. Then on top of that, the Carolina Panthers' most successful season where they went to the Super Bowl, who wasn't there? Kelvin Benjamin wasn't there.
Tore his ACL.
So what we do know is when you're not here, we do real good.
And then Cam won the MVP that year, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Wow. When you weren't there, the quarterback did his best. That's really odd. That's all I'm saying. That means you need to really shut the heck up, Kelvin Benjamin.
Right.
You don't need to be saying anything about anybody, especially a league MVP.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta come with respect.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're gonna talk that talk, you better walk that walk. So the man confronts you on the field, you can't just. I'm just sorry.
Well, let's see what them stats looking like this year.
You know,
got a new quarterback and everything. Let's see how you perform this year.
They're gonna come back like. So how about them stats?
So you gonna blame it on these people now? You gonna blame it on these folks? Okay.